Hey folks, Dylan here. How's everybody doing out there? This week's video, I'm going to talk about emoji because, emoji it doesn't look like there's much to them. They're fun and they're friendly and they make technology more appealing and maybe more inclusive. But actually, once you start working with them as a developer, there's a lot more going on behind emoji than you might realize. Emoji was invented in 1999 by this guy. So Shigetaka Kurita. He was working on a project for Docomo, the Japanese mobile phone company, for a thing called iMode. And iMode was like a very early precursor to modern smartphones. It was about, public transport timetables and fast food and getting weather forecasts and stuff on your 1999 era mobile phone. Now, this was the original set of emoji that was shipped as part of that product. It's in the Museum of Modern Art now in New York. And this was hugely successful. Like, within a couple of years, you couldn't sell a phone in Japan that didn't have emoji support. And so when Apple rolled out iPhone in Japan in 2008, it had to have emoji, otherwise no one was going to buy it. And folks all over the world realized that you could go into your new iPhone and you could change your region settings, you could enable the Japanese keyboard, and suddenly you had emoji on there and you could send your friends all these smiley faces. And, folks started asking questions like, why is there sushi but there's no tacos? And there's a pilot and there's a firefighter, and why are they all drawn as male? And what's with the skin tone thing? Like, how can I send people pictures of little hands and faces that look like me, look like the way I perceive myself? Now, in 2015, the Unicode consortium, by this point, they'd taken over managing the emoji specification, and they released support for, I think something that made emoji a lot more inclusive, was the ability to change the skin tone used on some of these characters. And they did it using a mechanism that had been part of Unicode since the 1990s, a thing called a combining character. So you could send the thumbs up emoji, but then you could add a skin tone modifier, and if your handset supported it, then it would render as this. And if it didn't support it, then you'd get thumbs up plus, and then you get like a little rectangle with a question mark in it, which is your signal that it's probably time to stop ignoring the phone update messages and install that update that it's been trying to get you to install. Now, there's a new batch of emoji published every year now, around about September. And the last batch, September 2023, so about, 7 months ago now, we got 6 completely new code points, 6 completely new things. We got a shaking head, we got a nodding head, we got a phoenix, we got apparently a lot of people wanted the lime, like lime emoji is a thing that they've been asking for. We got a brown mushroom, and we got breaking chains. So these are completely new. They've added new code points to the Unicode specification. But they also added over 100 variations, most of which were taking something that already existed and making it available with new combinations of gender and skin tone and those kinds of things. And the way they did this is pretty clever. So one of the new emoji that's coming out is this one, which is a woman running to the right. And to draw this on your handset device, what you actually do is you take this code point, which means runner, and you add this combining character, which is the female sign to indicate that the runner is a female runner. Then you add a thing called a zwidge, it's a zero width joiner, and then you add right arrow to the end of it to indicate which direction they're facing in. And so this is kind of how it happens. Every September there's a new batch, new, some cases completely new characters, but a lot of the time it's just like, oh, by the way, if you add this thing and this thing and this thing, please make artwork for that combination now. And then over the next few months, the handset manufacturers kind of catch up with that. Now, flags is really interesting once you get into emoji. The flag of the Netherlands, for example, is the regional indicator symbol letter N followed by the regional indicator symbol letter L, because the Netherlands has an ISO country code. The International Standards Organization, ISO, they have this thing called ISO 3166, which is actually, you want to really split hairs on it, it's ISO 3166 Alpha 2, which is the 2-letter country codes for all of the official countries, according to ISO anyway. And the Netherlands is one of those, and it has the code NL. Now, England England is not in the ISO country list. Great Britain is, and I know that England, plays football in the World Cup and rugby and stuff, but officially England's not a country, and so it doesn't have a code point sequence for its ISO flag emoji. And so the flag of England is encoded as the black flag with a bunch of tags after it saying that it is GBENG, Great Britain, England. And the same sequence is used for the flag of Wales, a flag of Scotland, and the flag of Texas is in there as well. And then non-geographic flags, like the pride flag, is a white flag, a zero width joiner, and then a rainbow character. Now, some of you folks recognize this flag. The country that this flag represents is officially known as the Republic of China. It's the country most of us know as Taiwan. And in the People's Republic of China, mainland China, this flag is a symbol of Taiwanese independence. Now, if I go onto my iPhone and I type Taiwan, it pops up and goes, oh yeah, we have a flag for that. And I can find it in my keyboard and I can put it in a bunch of times. But if I go into my phone's region settings and I change my phone's region from United Kingdom and I scroll through the list till I get to China mainland and I punch that in, when I go back to that message, the flag is gone. And I can't see it, and I can't type it anymore. Now, I believe that this was the compromise that Apple made to be allowed to sell iPhone in mainland China, in the PRC, is they said, all right, if someone sets their phone region to China mainland, we'll take the Taiwanese flag away so nobody can see it. Microsoft, they looked at this whole situation and went, I don't think we want to get into that. Now, if you take a text file with a bunch of flag emoji in it, like this one, on iOS or Mac OS, when I open this file, it looks like this. I get these nice, color high definition flag illustrations. If I open the same file on Notepad on Windows 10, I get this. I just get these the code point sequences, so I can see if I know the country codes. I get Kenya, Great Britain, Zimbabwe, Romania, Mozambique, but I can't see the actual flags. The only flags which render graphically on Microsoft Windows are the pride flag, the pirate flag, and the checkered flag that means you just won the Formula One motor racing. Now, I have no idea what happened in the meetings where Microsoft decided that this was the flags they're going to support in their, flagship operating system. But I like to think that the message they're sending us here is that when it comes to flag emoji, Microsoft's official position is be gay, do crime, win. And you know what? I can kind of get behind that. Folks, I hope you found that interesting. You'll take it easy, look after each other, have a good week, and I'll catch you next time.